Hello, I'm Bill Young, and you're at the FRIA, Florida Renewable Energy Association Solar Tour. So October 11th and 12th, we're having both a bicycle, car, and walk tour. So those who are bicycle people, here's your chance to do something different. We have a list, so whether you're riding a bike, driving a car, or walking, it's just a mile-long route that goes through the historic part of Titusville. So we start at the new Welcome Center and Bike Shop, Coast to Coast Bike Shop, at the Coast to Coast route of all 3 or 4 bicycle routes that come and converge here in Titusville. So we're going to start there because they put solar on the Welcome Center. Then the next stop we go on the list shows us going to the Alton House, which has solar on it. It's an antique house, an old house made in the 1890s, and it has solar on it at one time too, from way back in the 20s and 30s. So you can see that picture when you come by. So we're FRIA, and we're trying to educate people. We're a club, a nonprofit educational club that's trying to get people inspired. So it started in 1954 with the American Solar Energy Society to educate people about renewables and solar energy. And we're still here after all these years, and we're the Florida chapter. So when you look here, we have a bunch of portable stuff here like camping things. And then outside I have solar on the roof, PV and stuff, and we have a solar cooker, which we're gonna have cookies later. So by lunchtime, the cookies should be done, cooked by the solar oven. We have a solar on my camper van, we have solar trailers, we have a lot of different things that you may not see all the time. And so come, learn, and be with us, and hang out with other cool people who do solar. Here we are at the Welcome Center, historic downtown Titusville, where we're going to start the bicycle solar tour. This is the Welcome Center and Coast to Coast Bicycle Shop. They have a 5.2 kilowatt grid-tied photovoltaic system on the roof to help reduce the city's electric bill. This is a new Welcome Center, just 2 years old, and a PV system added last year. We are now at the Alton House. This house was built in the 1890s in historic downtown Titusville. And in 1937, they put a solar hot water system on the roof, as the solar hot water systems were built in Coral Gables, Florida in 1911. At that date, there was other solar homes on that street. Traveling on by bike, we are now at the Boggs House. This house has solar thermal hot water system for their swimming pool so they can swim all year long. We're at the dock of the Raleigh House, which is a 1920 Sears house.
PVC cut was pretty good. It was just a bit of anyhow, so instead of that's a fairly small panel, I can put a really big battery system on there, and it'll charge it up all week long, and on the weekend we can have some really nice parties out here. Right? Come on out.
We are now on the way to Houghton House, a Sears house from 1920s. It has a 10 kilowatt grid-tied PV system using net metering to reduce its electric bill. And behind the house is a solar-powered hot water system for the swimming pool. We're now at the dentist's office, and you can see they have an LED sign out front with a PV module powering the LED lights, a battery in an enclosure instead of using utility power. We're now at the Bennett House with 8 kilowatts of grid-tied PV added to the house to the Sun Co-op. This house was built in the 60s when the space program was growing. PV was put on satellites. We're now at my house, the end of the tour. And here you can see some of the equipment behind my house. The solar trailer, my hippie van with solar on the top, my electric car, one of my electric cars. Okay, here we are in my backyard. You can see my solar cookers. We're cooking the solar cookies for the exhibits that we're doing right now, and discussion, educating people, answering questions about the tour, the houses, and about FRIA. And you'll also see our solar-powered clothesline, dry and close, and our solar-powered distiller for making pure water. And here we have some historic solar panels. So this is from the 70s, okay, from the 80s, from the 60s, from the 80s, 90s, and into the 20th century here. So here we are looking at my electric car, the charger for the vehicle, and the PV on the top. You can see the solar arrays. There's 3 of them. There's a 2.6 kilowatt grid tied system, a 700 watt battery backup system, and then the solar hot water of a PV module running the pump. Thank you for joining us on our bicycle solar tour of Titusville, completed and conducted by the Florida Renewable Energies Association. See you next year for the next solar tour.